Good morning. It's a nice morning. It's quite mild. It's not too bright light at the moment. So I'm going to have a walk and do a bulblog video diary supplement looking at the erythroniums as we're possibly kind of on a peak all of a sudden with the warm couple of days on a peak flowering. We're looking here at a group of mostly revolutum hybrids. We move around just everywhere and the garden is burst into life and colour. Erythroniums and trilliums. Birds singing, the bees are humming. Beautiful. Erythronium mini haha. Let's just spin around and we'll walk this way. Over there, the yellow Susanna. Down here, a clump of Erythronium cover girl going over. Some of the first flowers a bit pushed past early by the warm yesterday. And just a walk and seeing them popping up everywhere. The yellow of Tuluminense. But if we move back round this way, past one of the bonsai larches, I'm headed over to some of the Erythronium frames. Stopping as I go to show you my pet dandelion. Beautiful, isn't it? All you need to do every day, this were yesterday's flowers, take a hold of them and pull them and they come off. You do that every day and it's a beautiful plant that doesn't need to be a problem. Anyhow, spinning round Erythronium plunge frames. Oh Lord, it's been dead quiet all morning, and as soon as I start doing a video I hear an aircraft coming over. Birds are singing. But just enjoy the glorious, all the different Erythroniums. Just looking beautiful as the aeroplane now passes. Hopefully that's the only one just now. So we have all sorts of species and hybrids in here. Molly sitting up there too. She's enjoying them. She loves the garden. Loves being out with me. So so we come round. We got all sorts seeding out. So we have Hendersoni, possibly hybrids, because it does hybridize freely. But just everywhere you look, there's greenery. I showed here a few videos ago and spoke about seeing the brown earth and it would soon be covered. Now you can see it's covered. There's Erythronium Tuluminense, there's fritillarias and lilies coming up in there. There's Corydalis, the dicentras, different types of dicentra. There's rhododendrons. All sorts of, and these are the beds where the snowdrops and the snowflakes and the Eranthus, the aconites, were here earlier, and now it's the turn of the erythroniums and the trilliums. The sun's starting to break through. When the sun breaks through, the light's not so good. I like light cloud to do both photography and videoing, but what are we doing, Molly? Let's go on. Let's head on up here. So we'll walk through and look down the path, back up across the beds. If I spin up the tree, you can see the canopies starting to come out. A red acer above me here, leaves starting to break through. The atmosphere in the garden changes completely when the tree canopy comes on. Up in my new bed, the Trillium rivalis, Pseudotrillium. More Pseudotrillium there. Up here to the Erythronium. This is various Erythronium from what I'll refer to as the Sibericum complex. But there's definitely more than one entity involved here. I just don't yet know what they are. So some are going over. Erythronium ardovi bliss. So we move up here, there's more around here. These were the ones that have been out for a while. Now they're starting to, you just see the tips starting to burn up in the heat and the dryness. The ground's probably quite dry, we've not had much rain. There of course is the pond. Molly, Molly, come out of that, stop eating. Don't know what you're eating, but stop it. Rhododendron dendrocharis. And we're going to head down to have a look at that bed there to finish off, so I'll just wander around the rhododendrons. Some of the bigger rhododendrons, the flowers are finished, others are just coming out. Over here the Erythronium creating cover girl, and that's more cover girl there. Erythronium creating cover girl growing through the Corydalis Creighton blue, which will flower a bit later. Up on this bed. At last it's warm enough for some of the Jeffersonia flowers to open. Come around here to the, it's not warm enough yet, it's always the one that needs most warmth to open, Erythronium americanum. This is the proliferating, so-called non-flowering form. when it settles it does flower, as you can see. There are plenty flowers. It's always the last to open in a day as the heat comes in, and the first to close in the late afternoon. But as you can see, there are no shortage of flowers there. As I move over, try and climb in here, because I've just noticed that the ones in the sun, this is quite beauty. I come up here, I see first one's starting to open. These are getting a bit more of the sun, so they're just starting to open up there. And then the new bed that I'm planting up. The white ones you can see are Erythronium Minnehaha. I've scattered that through there. Down here is my really nice little, one of my forms of Erythronium revolutum. I'll be describing this later in a bulb log. It's a really compact one, it's nice. But it's very distinct and different from a lot of the others. Another newly planted up area in the last couple of years. Coriodalis and the bigger Erythroniums, both Minnehaha and some of my own hybrid seedlings. And I think I'll just round off here. I've probably gone on for long enough, but let's finish here about the path, where we have the path and the self-seeding Erythroniums and Trilliums seeding all the way around the path. I really love it. They go across the path, up the side of the birch, up the wall. They're growing in the wall and across the wall. And we'll just, a nice view to finish today's bulb log video diary supplement. I hope you've enjoyed this little walk. Thanks for joining me. Bye.